Hey, we're at Kennedy Space Center. We've returned to Kennedy Space Center. I haven't been here in a few months. I'm anxious to get my space on because I didn't choose the space life. The space life chose me. The meatball at morning. JFK. We're gonna go into Heroes and Legends, the Astronaut Hall of Fame. This is new since the last time that we were here. And here's the Rocket Garden. This is my favorite thing to walk into this park. Ooh, it looks like there's a 3D movie to watch. Wow, check out these glasses, they're pretty cool. And it's Paul and Jen. And Paul's modeling the glasses. They're going in. It's like a model of the Rocket Garden. I'm blinded by the light. It's Mark Twain, yo, and Lady Gaga. Superman and Green Arrow over here too. Perhaps Batman or Flash?
You know, I have a lot of heroes. What was my hero? Your hero. Superman.
Iron Man. Luke Skywalker.
I can remember being inspired, like most young children, by TV heroes.
I was inspired, of course, by science fiction.
I think we all have popular heroes, movie stars that move us emotionally or make us feel heroic.
My hero is Dr. Jane Goodall.
Elon Musk.
Take that in.
My greatest hero was my maternal grandfather.
Both of my parents are my heroes because growing up they taught me that I can do whatever I want to do.
And I used to ride my bicycle out to the airport on a regular basis and just sit and watch the airplanes come and go.
My father was Signal Corps, the Air Corps, in the Air Force and Reserve.
As I grew up, I had my own heroes, Charles Lindbergh.
Charles Lindbergh, he was the hero of a lot of young boys in the air that I had grown up.
Incredibly cool 3D or 4D movie with wind blowing at you and history of space travel.
We're driven by this.
Coming out of the theater. I like the return receptacle is like the command module. Wow! That's pretty cool. Switches! They're down with the D at Kennedy Space Center. The hero is inspired. Oh, look at those like ray guns from the 50s from Buck Rogers. Passionate, curious, tenacious. This is why we gotta do it. We got all of our engines going. Look at that, the Warlord of Mars. Very cool. Buck Rogers pistols. That's so cool. And over here, Flash. Ah. Mary's in control.
Watch it. I just pressing all the buttons.
Oh. Look at that ashtray. It's a sign of the times. The command ship for mission control. So cool. We're about to launch. Look at these helmets. John Glenn's fight goggles are over here. And his gloves. Alan Shepard's helmet. This is the logbook from Gemini 6. The original Mercury 7 astronauts. And we're going into the Hall of Fame. Greeted by Alan Shepard. What an amazing entrance. Wow. Lovell. Divot, Neil Armstrong, my favorite astronaut of all time, Thomas Stafford, John Young, Al Worden. John Blaha, that's who we're gonna eat lunch with today. Not him, it's him. Sally Ride, Kathy Sullivan, Robert Gibson, Dick Covey. Wow.
Oh, so you can take a picture with them.
You could take a picture with any of the astronauts and then it pops up on the wall. Jesse's gonna choose somebody. There he is. Correction, you choose the guy there, he pops up there, you take a photo with him on the wall. 2017 Astronaut Hall of Fame inductees. You exit to the rocket garden. This is where the lunch with an astronaut event will be taking place. And we did pay for that today. Jess is right at home with the old people Hawaiian shirt, sitting on a bench, already tired. Paul and other tourists are taking photos of the command capsule that you can sit in. It's the International Space Station and all of the countries that are a part of it. So we're going to skip the astronaut encounter today because we are going to see the astronaut that's in here during our lunch with an astronaut. This is the new capsule for Orion. I've seen this before, but I don't remember it spinning like this. There we go. Those people are stuck in there all the time.
I mean, nobody's helping them.
They're just spinning. Space Shuttle Atlantis. It's raining! Mary's natural enemy. Doing the walkway for Atlantis. You can sneak peek the gift shop. And just like that, it's pouring outside. We are about to do the Atlantis shuttle experience. We did a full video of this, including like the reveal and all the awesomeness that this is a while back. We'll link that video up here for you guys so you can check that out.
We want to reduce the CO2 buildup.
We need a better safety margin. The crew can tolerate a short-term increase, but...
Engineering? Morning, Betty. What, right now? Building 36?
I didn't even know there was a building 36. Must be important. Everyone's here. We got propulsion, aerothermal, flight dynamics.
Anyone know why we're here?
For this.
Good morning. We're going to create America's next spacecraft.
33 missions, 26 years, over 126 million miles. Atlantis, dog of war.
One of the greatest reveals in any type of museum or theme park or any attraction here.
I'm not a photo person.
Thank you, Hubble Telescope. And the Hubble deployment, April 1990. Of course, my favorite display here are these tools. And this one, it looks like an electronic screwdriver or a lightsaber. It's a wrench. We're out of control! We're out of control! This is how the shuttle would be if Jesse was flying it. For all of our UK viewers that love to come to Orlando, you can make it here in under 15 minutes if you had a space shuttle. Let's go inside the controls of the space shuttle. Buttons. Let's dock. I'm sure they all docked with an SLR camera in their hands. Flip some switches. Iris needs to be closed. And the RMS camera, flip that up. Docking bright, and shut that off. Here's the cockpits. Is Paul filming me? Filming him. Look at the size of these rockets. The history of Atlantis. 26 years, 33 missions, 207 astronauts. It's just crazy. Here's the bottom side with all of the tiles. Look at this great shot of Paul's butt as he's climbing through these kiddie tubes. Wait till he gets stuck.
There he is,
and claustrophobia sets in.
I'm about to climb over this clear tube above the ground. There's Jen at the end.
I'm filming you, you're filming.
Maximum occupant load, 35. Or 1 Paul. There was just an astronaut up there talking to his family about his mission. That is so cool. Here goes Paul. Now we're inside the space station. There's their toilet. And this is how astronauts eat. Here's sleeping. Look at the CD player. We've got a photo of family up there. Pens, pencils that are velcroed to the side. This is the Challenger Memorial Exhibit in Columbia. Here it is, the prototype that we saw in the movie. This big meatball is behind us. But hopefully this buffet has actual meatballs because we're at lunch with an astronaut. You get like real food, buffet style. We're gonna get our food on. In the buffet you have salad, broccoli slaw, cabbage salad, green peppers, red peppers, green beans, yellow carrots, I can't read, potatoes, cheesy pierogies, looks like salmon, looks like some other stuff is missing at this point. Grilled chicken. Waiting for grilled chicken to come. Oh my, brownies, cookies.
Are we coming back?
Like little cake things, fruit. All these little circles that were cheesecakey things. Oh my god, guys. At the buffet, they have Tang. It's the drink of astronauts.
The astronauts drink Tang in outer space. It tastes good. Has energy up to here.
I haven't had Tang since I was a kid. Let's taste it.
Tangy. I gotta go get.
It's good. You wanna try it?
Yeah, drink.
It's the drink of astronauts.
Tang. Oh, I like it. Back in the
Here's the lunch of astronauts: cheese pierogies, cheese, roasted potatoes, and roasted chicken. Or grilled chicken.
I got to fly a space shuttle, you know, as a pilot a couple of times, then as an old guy pilot, that means you're a commander for a couple of times, you know, and then they got tired of me, NASA did, so they sent me to Russia, and in Russia they trained me, and then I went on to the Russian space station, they trained me to be a scientist. I mean, you gotta be kidding me, a scientist. Anyway, so I had a good deal in my life. Okay, I'm here to tell you about the space program. Here he is on the Serpent. Golly. Neil Armstrong is in the reflection. There was never a picture, so he's in the reflection on that visor. This is John Young. This is great. We had 6 landings, 12 people that got to do it, smart people. Don't do any of this without them. Gene Cernan, he just passed away a couple of months ago. Apollo 17, last man to walk on the moon and drive a car on the moon. John Young, Bob Crippen, the commander and pilot of our first space shuttle mission. Cripp was here last night too. The Challenger crew, the Columbia crew, we used to launch humans out of here on rockets. People were really happy. And then we were shut down 5 years ago by the politicians. But anyway, back to this good stuff. All right, that's a spaceship out on a launch pad. Pam Melroy and her crew in a building about 1 mile over there, suiting up, getting ready to go to the launch pad to fly a space mission. There you are on the pad, you're lifting off. It's inside the cockpit, the first 8.5 minutes, you know, it's like the Hollywood stuff. Bum, 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 bum. 8.5 minutes, you're doing 17,500 miles an hour. Next thing you do is you see, oh, there goes Paris, France, London over there. And you look at your watch, you left Florida 19 minutes ago. Let me tell you, that rocket ride to space is something else. I really recommend it for those of you who like that kind of thing. Space shuttle, beautiful machine. Hubble telescope, great science research, unbelievable. The world's only reusable spaceship still. Beautiful machine. Space station, we built the space station. Over the windows down the side, you can't see outside. The only thing you're thinking about is, I'm glad we had good engineers build this thing. Because I don't know anything about it. And it comes blowing in here, and then wham, you're over central Texas. Everything goes dead quiet, 10,000 miles an hour, 40 miles up. And I sit. Here you come, there's the Florida Peninsula down there, the Gulf Coast.
That was an awesome lunch with John Blaha. By the way, because everything here is funded by admissions, none of the stuff in this park is funded by anything from the government. They have things here to try to promote and get the word out about the park. We're not paid to come here and tell you guys how awesome it is. We love coming here, but while you're here, if you take a picture and you share on social media, you get 10% off of your purchase at the gift shop. This rocket that's in the background there is the same rocket that Alan Shepard flew. We're going to the Apollo building, not walking into that rope. Mary thought I would, but I am smarter than an average bear. And away we go. Moon Man, come together with your hands. Jess has an astronaut ice cream sandwich.
When he came back, of course it's not at school.
It's a good reaction video. You can't really lick it like regular ice cream.
From the bottom all the way to the top. The Apollo program came through those doors, barely clearing the top by 6 feet. Look at the star on the flag. It's 6 feet from point to point. That's how much it missed the top of that door by. Not much. Now, the shuttle program only required opening the lower 4 panels and 3 of the upper 7. Now, the new Space Launch System is going to open all those panels again. Now the 10 buildings right here, building number 2 closest to us, building number 1 next to that, building number 3 back here in the back has a big mural of Boeing on it. Those were the orbiter processing facilities. That's where we refurbished and reconfigured all of the orbiters for each of their flights before they go to the launch pad. You take them out of there into the VAB, assemble them on the mobile launch platform, take them out to the launch pad by way of the crawler. Now right here is a mobile launch platform. The crawler comes over, gets underneath of this mobile launch platform and picks it up off of those 6 pedestals. Now this mobile launch platform is a leftover. It was originally built for the Apollo program. It had a launch umbilical tower on it. They took that off, they modified it for the shuttle program, put them bunny ear looking things on there. The tail fin of the orbiter would fit between those bunny ears. Now when it was for the Apollo program, it had 1 hole in the bottom for the exhaust. Now it has 3 holes for the shuttle program. 2 in the front for the solid rocket boosters, 1 in the back for the 3 main engines. Flames will come down through those holes. They're going to hit flame deflectors. The flame deflectors guide the flames down into the flame trench, out at the launch pad. And then the flame trench carries those flames away from the rocket, protecting it. Now up ahead of us, we have a brand new mobile launch platform. 355 feet tall. Has a launch umbilical tower on the top. So that's kind of taken us back into the past to get us into the future. This is for the new Space Launch System. What they'll do is they'll pick this up, take it inside the VAB and set it on the pedestals inside. They'll assemble the rocket on top alongside of that launch umbilical tower. Then when it's all completed, the crawler gets underneath, picks the whole thing up, takes it out there to the launch pad, sets it on the pedestals over the flame trench. The crawler backs away and goes to a staging area, which I'll show you later. If you look in the background, you have the VAB. To the right of that, you have the mobile launch platform with the launch umbilical tower for the future. See that? All that. Yes, the SLS rocket is going to be launching off of this launch pad. It's all ready for it. All we need is the rocket now.
We're going to launch Apollo 8.
It is one of those rare moments when history is not being made, destiny is being embraced.
Let's take off. Everyone's watching, but nobody has their cell phones out. Here it is. Saturn V rocket. Wow. The size of those engines. Wow. It's just massive to see this in person. H engine, 19 feet long. First stage. We've got separation to the second stage. We're on to the third stage. Onto the service module. And then the command module. Huge. Here is the command module. Let's take a look in one of the command modules. You can touch the moon here. This moon rock was collected by astronaut Jack Schmitt. Not the same Jack Schmitt that's Jack the Clown. But let's touch it. Ooh. I feel tingly. Almost like I can float in the air now. This is the lunar module cockpit. Seems simple enough. The lunar tool cart. A lunar buggy. It's a lunar rover. Lunar lander. Whenever you look at this, you think like, how did it work? It seems so improbable. It's really awesome. These old spacesuits look like they're something out of like an old B movie. Look at this guy. Doesn't seem probable. I walked out the back of the Apollo building to check out some of the scenery that you can see. Launch pads, the vehicle assembly building. You know, launch pad over in that direction. You've got the right stuff, baby. In the Kennedy Space Center store, you can get a NASA hockey puck, $10. Nothing says space quite like hockey. It's a giant rocket pencil. It's free. They have a bunch of different Apollo shirts now. 13, 11, just the Apollo logo. Fair's not an option. Oh, stuff on clearance. We have a very similar shirt from Buzz, but it says get your ass to Mars. Destination Mars on sale for $12. You get your Christmas shirts now, $8. The SpaceX shirts have SpaceX on the front, Dragon on the back. Get these nice hats, but snapback, Velcro rather. Buzz Aldrin framed, matted, signed, Apollo 11, 1,800 bucks. That's amazing. Nice and crisp and blue. I love these propaganda posters. This is where we're going to do our wrap-up video right here.
Kyle's filming this.
There's Paul doing his wrap-up. He's going to do it for both of us.
Thanks for enjoying us.
Stop shoving this stick down my throat, said the giant alligator that's bigger than the entire colony of people. St. Augustine has some really giant fish. We're back home from Kennedy Space Center. Phenomenal day again. So much to see and do out of KSC. If you ever plan on going over to Kennedy Space Center, it's one of those things that I am emphasizing the need to get there when it opens. They close typically pretty early, so if they open up at 9 and they close at 6, it's almost like you can't even do all of the park or all of the things to see during that time without really rushing to get from thing to thing. You know, it becomes more of a 2-day type of an adventure type of thing if you're taking your time. But an awesome day. So on that note, we're going to call it quits and say goodnight. So thank you for all of your likes. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. We'll see you guys.